What's happening there, everybody? Just wanted to do another video of the platings after I kind of realized it. After I did the plating when I made that video, it was kind of dark. The video was kind of dark, so you really couldn't see the plating too much. So I just want to kind of show you the plating close up and just to show you guys what I did exactly. All right, so there's the beast. And let me just climb under here. So I started at the front. The plating goes from the front, right here. All right, comes all the way down the frame rail. And it goes right to the location of the spring hanger in the front, spring hanger, where the leaf spring hanger used to be. I have coil in the back now. I don't have leaves. But the plating stops right at the front, right in the corner right here. Okay? So it goes right from the back right there. And it goes all the way up to the front and ends right where the subframe starts coming up a little bit. The stock lower control arms used to be right here in this location. The only modification that I had to make is I had to cut the plating out to go around my lower control arm mount here. Had to cut the plating out. That's about it. That's the only really modification I had to make, is cut the plating around the mount. And so the plating is welded to the control arm mount. And I didn't weld these pockets here because I have a severe rust problem on my floor pans, and I didn't want to catch the damn truck on fire trying to weld that. All the weld holes are all welded. I have every single weld hole plug welded. That's a hole through the frame, so that's not a weld hole. But I chose not to weld the top part here because it's just a little too close to the floor pans, and I don't feel like catching my damn truck on fire, so I don't have the best luck in the world. So I just kind of stayed away from this top area right here. The bottom is all welded. I welded these seams here. We welded the front right there, so the bottom is definitely welded. Not an issue. It's welded here. It's welded in the back over here. It's welded in the back here. It's welded here. So, you know, I'm not worried about the strength of this by not welding this top here. So that's the midsection. That's the midsection plating. Okay. The rear section here. Now, the rear section plating I have a unique problem because I have a leaf sprung. The stock, when you get the plating from Iron Rock Off-Road, it goes from the rear. Okay, you can see where it goes from, all the way from the back bumper here, goes underneath, okay, comes all the way here, and it goes all the way down your subframe, and it kind of ends like right here somewhere on your subframe, okay? I have a unique situation because I have a coil spring mount that's kind of Frenched into the frame. Here's a close-up of it. Okay, so the mount itself, which is right here, is Frenched into the frame, and then you weld the mount to the subframe. So my unique situation with that is I couldn't put the whole length. This plating, before I cut it, ended right here, and then it started going down. So I just had to cut the plating at the spring mount here, and I chose just to plate the rear section of my frame rail, which from my mount to the back bumper. I only plated this section because I felt this was my weaker part of the subframe, being that I have a coil mount here. I just thought my rear section would be a lot better, being stronger with the plating than the front part here. So that's what I did with my situation. Your situation might be a little different. That's what I chose to do. It ends in the back can see, I had to add this. This cover right here. I don't know if you can see that. There's a cover right here that covers the fuel lines that come down from this is a cover, and your fuel door, the rubber lines come right over here and go through your subframe. So this cover just covers the rubber lines. Okay, so where this bolted onto the subframe, it was all rotted and broken. This was just hanging down. So I just welded a piece of 3/16 steel right here to the plating, and this just sits on it. The cover just sits on this piece here. Oh, and it's solid as a rock. It's rock solid. You know, just a little thinking like that is, you know, kind of nice. But this is the plating. You know, we got it all welded up here. We got it welded in the back. You know, we got the bottom over here all welded. I didn't weld the backside here because it's just a little too close to the fuel tank, and I wanted to stay away from welding next to this tank as much as possible. But I think, you know, all the holes in the bottom are all free. So if I put a rear bumper on, I can put the nut strips into the bottom here, no problem at all. So that's the back section. And again, that's the midsection that I did yesterday, that I finished yesterday. And it goes all the way to the front right there. So that's the subframe plating that I did. Driver and passenger mid and the rear sections on both sides are done. Next project I'm gonna do next spring when the weather breaks and the warmer weather starts again. And at that point, I'm gonna put the Cherokee back in the garage and start riding the Harley again. And then I'll do the passenger floor pan. That's my next big metal project on that, is the passenger floor pan. But little tip, if you guys running Cherokees, that you're into any type of off-roading or overlanding or just mild dirt trails, do yourself a favor and plate the subframe, because it's not if the frame cracks, it's when the frame cracks. You're gonna regret not doing it. And it's so simple and so easy. It took me longer than normal because I didn't have the tools needed to do it. I had to borrow them, and I had to buy some and borrow some. But do yourself a favor and plate the damn subframe. These days, there's so many companies that sell plating for Cherokees. The two companies that I favor most, that I like the most, is JCR Off-Road and Iron Rock Off-Road. Those are the two companies that I have. The midsection is from JCR Off-Road. The rear section is from Iron Rock Off-Road. So those are the two companies that I favor most with plating. But as long as it's 3/16 thick plating, it's all good. So that's about it with the plating. I just gotta, the truck is gonna stay the way it is for the winter. Hopefully it survives through the winter as far as rust. I just gotta protect the metal as best as I can. What else I want to tell you guys? Oh, the paint. The paint I used to paint it, it was a high heat. I'll grab it for you. This is the paint that I use. It's Duplicolor's engine paint. It's enamel with ceramic. It's very important that you get ceramic with it. You know, it's a typical engine paint, withstand 500 degrees. Okay, so I used that, and I used the primer, which is the same primer, engine paint primer with ceramic. You know, it's the same thing, 500 degrees. Okay, so that's the paint that I use, because every time I paint my axles in that truck, it burns off in like a week. So regular spray paint cannot handle the heat that your axles and your driveline can make. So that's where engine paint comes in. Engine paint will withstand the heat that your axles can generate. So next little thing I gotta do is I gotta paint my axles. But I painted the subframe, the plating, I painted it with engine paint. So hopefully it'll last a little bit longer. There's a little side note I just wanted to give you guys. If you paint anything on a Cherokee, use engine paint. Use high heat engine paint with ceramic in it, because it'll last 10 times longer than a regular spray paint. You know, sometimes just a little shot of spray paint over, you know, your axles and stuff, just, you know, it'll look a little better than, you know, than what it is or what it was, or, you know. Anyway, I just wanted to make this video short and sweet. Just wanted to give you guys an update on a Cherokee, give you some close-up shots. If you're thinking about doing plating on a Cherokee, look at JCR Off-Road and Iron Rock Off-Road for your plating needs. I was not paid to say that too. I just like their products from JCR Off-Road and from Iron Rock Off-Road. But like I said, there's an umpteen amount of companies these days that are making plating for Cherokees. So anyway, that's it. You guys out there, please, if you could, do me a giant size favor. Like and subscribe to the channel, please. I'm trying to build my subscriptions, my subscribers up a little bit. I only have like 65 subscribers. If I get to like 100, I'll be pretty damn happy. But just please subscribe to the channel, like it. If there's a video that you'd like to see, or if there's a question that you have about my Cherokee, please ask. I'll try to do my best to answer any questions you guys have, any comments. I'll send links to products. I have some crazy special stuff on this truck that it's kind of unique and thinking outside the box, but it really works extremely well. If you want to know anything about it, ask. So anyway, you guys have fun out there and take care of your damn Cherokees. I'll see you. Take care, guys.